Hello, and welcome back to the Dungeons & Dragons Podcast UK. My name is Yazmin, and I will be the DM.
Hi, my name's Samantha. I play Elora Greyvale, a sorcerer from Nephalia.
Hello, I'm Colin Robinson, and I play Cuin de Greymont, a paladin from Gavany.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and I play Ogvar, a ranger from Kessig.
Last time, on the Secrets of the Silver City, our slightly tragic trio finally landed at their destination, the city of Drunau. Proper sleep and sustenance are required, and for now, their quest and questions must wait. The podcast crew would like to wish Cuin, our paladin, a very happy birthday and wish him as much luck with his quest and travelling companions.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to extinguish the light so as not to draw any extra attention to our arrival off the end of the dagger
so
that I'm carrying.
Your spell ends.
Okay. Are we still looking through the gate at this point? We haven't entered into the
You're
city.
literally still on the threshold, I'd imagine.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon we should maybe find somewhere to sleep and have a meal, maybe, and then start afresh in the morning? 'Cause we did do a fair good job today.
Well, I think as per previous discussion, I think we should find an inn, get ourselves a room, and at least we need a base. And because obviously we need to see what's here. Let's find ourselves somewhere to stay because obviously the evening is going to move on. And we'll get ourselves a room and get ourselves something to eat and drink, and then we'll think about maybe coming out and having a wander before everything closes down for the night, and just see if we can get our bearings a bit. What do you say?
Yeah, that's fine with me. Yes.
Right, so we will. I'm going to sort of take the lead here. I'm then going to step in front of Cuin, and I'm going to walk. Probably off to round to I think it's the right hand side where the shops. There's shops on the left and the right. There isn't there.
Yes, the shops on the right are lavish shops almost. You can tell they're selling top quality goods.
Right, we'll wander through there and obviously, look at what's there as we go through and see if, rather than ask somebody straight away, we'll have a wander and see if anything springs out immediately. Because obviously it's a big place. Don't know where we're going, so yeah, we're just going to wander forward and...
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so walk through the shops and have a look as I go down. What sort of shops do we see, roughly?
Yeah, okay, so as you... get that the right way around again. Yeah, so as you walk through Drunau and you go towards the right, you pass through the shopping area, and looking through into the shops, it is, on the side you're passing through, it's more of a luxury goods kind of stores. There's rich, noble clothing. There's, trinkets, odds and ends, silverware. It's all that kind of rich, affluent stuff which a person who is practical would never buy. It's stuff you look at it, you think, that's for rich people. There's like an art shop and there's some paintings in there, and yeah. It's nothing really practical or useful in any sense of the word.
Right. Okay. Right. Well, we'll carry on through there then.
Yep. Keep an eye out for an inn.
Yeah. We're just looking out for an inn as we go.
Okay. So as you carry on down that road, you can see that on your right-hand side, this 6-foot wall, there is more large, rich, noble housing. It's just the entire area. It's just, you can tell that's where the nobles live. These are the shops where the nobles shop. It's that kind of thing.
Top end of town.
Yeah. As you're going down this road though, it does deviate off to the left, And I say it deviates. There's lots of small, narrow alleys. This is a rat warren, really. But this one is a large road, and it leads up the promontory and to those two plateaus. There's nothing really up there of much interest, you would assume. It looks like office buildings, really, like governmental buildings, administration of the city, that sort of thing. But are you carrying straight on, or...?
Well, yeah, because we're looking for an inn, I'm guessing, aren't we?
So as you carry straight on, you keep on going down this road. It's quite a wide road. It's about 30 foot across. It's a large walkway. And you carry on, and after you've passed this turn off up the promontory, there's residential buildings at this point, and they look quite nice. They're quite well-to-do buildings at this point. But you travel out and you reach the exit to the southern gate. At that point.
Okay.
Okay, so is there a road that doubles back over to the other side?
So you reach the southern gate, and if you carry on straight round, you go round up on the road towards the coast. You travel through this road is a bit narrower. You can see that the residential buildings which are on your left now, they're going from more affluent, and they're gradually getting poorer and poorer as they get towards the dock area. And they're also now on the right hand side. There's another small garrison.
How far did we walk from the is it North Gate to South? Is it North Gate to South Gate? Yeah. How big is the city in terms of if we've walked from North Gate to South Gate?
Probably half an hour's walk.
Okay.
This is a big city. There's roughly.
And we were making good pace through there because obviously we're looking for something. So.
Yeah, so you're not hanging around. You are making fair clips. So it's about half an hour's walk to get down to the southern gate from the northern gate. So you've kind of gone from here down to there. So yeah, you walk up this, and it's a narrow road. It's nice housing. There's a garrison on the gateway, southern gateway on your right hand side. And you travel down, and the housing gradually gets kind of poorer and poorer. You go from 2-story houses to 1-story houses, and it just degrades slightly.
So it goes from the Cheshire set to Stourport then?
Yeah. And when you get to the end of this road, you've been walking for about another 15 minutes down this road, it starts to open up, and it opens up into a marketplace.
Okay.
Not Facebook Marketplace, but just a marketplace. And it's kind of almost like a congregation. They've got the docks on the coast, the marketplace. On the opposite side of where you are standing currently, there is what looks like warehouses, large empty buildings, kind of storage, that kind of affair. And then on your right, as it curves around, you see more of the sort of... You can see maybe some slum kind of area there, and there looks to be some taverns and inns which cater to the sailors. This city is absolutely bustling. You've travelled past quite a lot of people, not so much on the more kind of rich district, but going through the residential area, you've travelled past people, men and women coming back from work, going to and from places, going out for the evening. It's been quite busy, and as you hit the marketplace, the noise level just skyrockets. You've got sailors, drunken singing, loud, like taverns and bars. It's generally just loud.
And this is off the dock area, is it?
Yeah, this is.
So is this something that I would be familiar with, whether on the occasions when I have disembarked the ship to just go onto the dock area, it's something that I would have clapped eyes on before but wouldn't necessarily know in any detail?
Yeah, I mean, coming off the docks, you're either docking... There are 3 docks in Drunau. You're either docking on the warehouse end, you're docking right by the marketplace, or you're docking right by the taverns.
Right, so I would have been docking at the warehouse end where...
Yeah, so you'd have probably been around the warehouses rather than the taverns on there, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I reckon this is more our kind of end of things. I think, perhaps stay out of the more affluent ends, and just this is obviously where people are. This is where people are going to be here to speak to, and you're going to get more for your money digs-wise here, I think, and there's a lot of places to eat and drink and a lot more life. I think this is probably where we need to be. What do you reckon, Cuin? This is probably not what you're used to. I mean, you do have a bit of a more affluent background, so
Yes, well,
are you comfortable with it?
yeah, well, that's fine. Fine by me. I mean, one goes where one goes. If if we can save a bit of money,
Well, that's cool. Ogvar, I guess you'd be all right with this, wouldn't you?
Yes, I think it's very busy. I think we should possibly find a room sooner rather than later.
I'm guessing, Ogvar, you've been into Thraben, so with Cuin, so you must have seen some hustle and bustle. Even though you're from Kessig, you must have seen some hustle and bustle.
I don't quite know where exactly to go, but maybe we should just pick one.
Right.
First one that comes, or
Yeah, I think we'll walk down the marketplace area where there are some bars and inns, and can we locate a reasonable looking inn?
So the structure of the marketplace, where you've got the marketplace in the middle here, I know it's a small map, sorry, but this bit up here, there are some taverns, inns, bars, pubs kind of up here. This backs onto the more kind of affluent area, and these lot down here, the closer you are to the docks, obviously the less reputable the inns are going to be. That's something you would know as a sailor or travelling around on ships. You know that the closer they are to the docks, the less respectable the establishment in that sense. So it's up to you really where you want to go with this one.
Yeah, I think I'd prefer. I'm used to the dock areas, but it would be kind of nice, seeing as I'm actually not working off the docks at the moment. Let's just go and pick something near the marketplace, alright?
yeah, that's fine by me.
Something middle of the road, I reckon.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Roll me a search check.
All of us?
Yeah, if you're looking for a tavern, around
13.
15,
12 all in.
12.
Yeah, I've fallen into the soup somewhere. I'll go in that one. For God's sake.
The
Oh,
good
this is
news.
ridiculous.
The good news to this situation is you find an inn. The bad news is you weren't particularly paying attention and you've walked into the sign.
Oh.
Yeah, it's knocks your hat askew.
No, that's my hat. Hang on a minute. I just need to readjust it. God. It's been a long day.
Okay, and the name of the tavern, or the inn rather, you've literally walked into, I mean, you could probably read it off your forehead because it's probably imprinted on it. It's called the Trotting Trout.
The Trotting Trout, I like that.
Is it an inn or a tavern?
Bit of both.
Okay, so there are rooms.
There's no real distinction between tavern and inn around these parts. It's as much a drinking establishment as it is a sleeping establishment.
Okay,
Okay.
head in then.
So
Yeah.
yes. You all right there, Elora? You seem to
Yeah, I'm just a bit distracted. I'm just looking at everything else, not looking where I'm going. I've just bloody knocked myself bandy. I'll be alright in a minute.
Take 4 points of blood damage as well.
God,
Yeah.
this will go back with me itchy. I've got to have my itchy hands, and now I've got a tunk on my head. That's all I need.
Well, I suppose we better go in here. Don't risk looking anywhere else. You never know what might happen.
No, let's just get inside this inn. I could really do with a bevy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll go in.
Okay, so the inn you found, it's where you've been travelling on this road. It's on your right hand side. And it's halfway down, it's kind of halfway towards the docks, halfway in the marketplace, that kind of area. And it seems to be fairly busy. You can see through the windows. The window's a bit grimy, but it's the docks, it's expected. You can see through the windows that it's a lively establishment. There is chatter. Doesn't look a rough crowd of sailors in there, but you can certainly see there are some people who look like they've been on the sea for a while. They've got, kind of rough calloused hands, dirty kind of lanky hair, a bit of tar in there.
Okay.
But there's also a more not so upscale people in there, but there's normal people coming from work in the industrial areas, everything like that. So It seems to be a nice balance between the two.
Right. Well, I'm gonna take the lead on this. I'll just I'm just gonna put my hand on the door and just push the tavern door open.
Okay.
And go inside.
Yeah.
So you go inside, and it's standard kind of tavern layout. It's little round tables with stools everywhere. People crowd around tables. Some tallow candles sat on the tables, dripping wax everywhere. People have got big tankards of ale, beer. They're making merry. There's lots of noise. There's a bard in the corner singing away about God knows what. It's hard to tell over the din of the place. And there's dead ahead a single bar, and there's a single woman manning the bar.
Right. I'm gonna go up to the bar, and I'm gonna see if I can attract her attention. Excuse me.
You eat me, love.
Yeah, I'm good. Is it possible to get a room and some food and some drink? But room first of all, maybe.
Of course, we love. What would you like first? Food and drink, yeah?
Well, if we can get ourselves a room, and then we'll come back down and get some food and drink.
Oh, certainly, my love. She rushes around under. She goes, oh, how many rooms, love?
Well, I think that'd be 3.
And she goes, 15 silver pieces.
Well, for the 3 rooms?
For the 3, love.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's good. Well, I'll book one of those. Yeah, if I could just get the key and I'll just give her 15 silver pieces.
Is that for all 3 or?
For all 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's not each, it's...
Alright, well, I'll just pay for that.
Yeah. So she pops 3 keys down the table, and she goes, oh, there's bathroom down the hall. Communal though, love.
Oh. Okay, alright, yeah, that's fine. Thank you very much. I'll be back down, we'll get some food and drink and stuff in a few minutes.
Alright, see you, love.
So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to say, Cuin, there's a key for you. And there's a key for you, Ogvar. This one's on me, I'll get this one.
Okay, very, very nice of you. Sporting. Okay, if you're sure. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So, is it presumably the rooms are upstairs, are they?
Yeah, she kind of points her hand towards the door, and you open the door, and there's a narrow, rickety set of stairs, and they go up to the top floor.
Yeah, right. So I'll go up the stairs, go up, find our rooms, and then I'm going to basically just put my belongings in the room, put it down on the bed or whatever, and then I'm going to come back out again. I'm going to come back out. I don't know if I'm really a goat, but...
Yeah, I say at the moment I'm shuffling around it quite awkwardly because I've still got a goat on my shoulder. So yeah, I've been wondering what to do with this for a while now.
You can tell what type of establishment it is because nobody's stared at it.
I'm walking straight. I'm going to walk up to the bar and inquire, is there anywhere I can put my goat? Oh, excuse me. Did you make use of a goat? Dead.
She looks at you. She looks at the goat. She goes, well, I'm glad it's dead.
Okay.
Tell you what, love. I'll give you gold piece for that goat.
Sold.
Yeah, she grabs the goat off you and pulls it off and just she opens the door and just chucks it into the back.
Nice.
There's a loud thump as this goat hits the floor, but she rustles around under the counter, under the till area, and she gives you a gold piece and gives you a bit of a funny look, but just goat at the end of the day, she'll take it.
Okay. Yep. So, having sold the goat, I'll
Roll me a sense motive as well.
Okay. 17 and a 18 all in.
With an 18, you're able to tell that she's perhaps a bit happier than she's letting on about this goat. You don't know why, but you can just sense that maybe you probably got ripped off with that.
Okay, fair enough. I'll go and take the key now off the bar. Oh no, sorry, you passed it to me. Nip upstairs and pop my pack and stuff down as well and reconvene.
I'll pass him on the stairs coming back down because I've put my stuff upstairs. So, alright, I'm going down to the bar, mate. I'm going to go and see if we can get some dinner. What happened to your goat? Where'd that go?
So I've still got the gold coin in my hand, so unaware of being ripped off. I'm quite pleased myself. Wait, sold it.
You sold your goat.
Yes. I couldn't take it in the room.
I'm gonna sigh. Right, okay. Yeah, fine. I'll see you downstairs. Lee said soon as mended. I'm gonna clump off down the stairs.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go into my room and put on, take my scale off.
Yeah.
Put it in the room. So I've got just normal travelling clothes. But I'll keep my dagger by the side of me.
Okay. Dagger.
And lock the door.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
So, what are we doing then?
So,
Well, I'm already gone back into the bar. I'm just going to wait for these. So I'll just be sat, or well, actually be stood leaning up against the bar, just waiting for these to come back down.
right. Elora, you fancy a drink?
Well, sure do. That'd be great.
Should we wait for Ogvar or just get started and we'll give him, get him a beer?
We'll just get him a beer and he'll be down in a minute, I'm sure.
Okay.
I'll have a mead if that's all right.
Yes, barmaid, any chance of some drinks?
She doesn't say anything to you. She's busy. She points it above her head, and there's this large board above her head with prices on, and it just says, on the board you can see it says gallon of ale, 2 silver pieces, mug of ale, 4 copper pieces.
I'll go with the ale then.
Okay, so I'll have a gallon of ale. He'll do us all, and we'll take it. And we'll take it to the table, if that's all right.
Right, I'll go with I'll just go with the empty mug then. I've got my own mug, but I think I left it upstairs, so I'm going to need one from here.
Okay, so obviously, possibly have a gallon of ale and 3 tankards, please.
She gives you a bit of a funny look, but she pops 3 mugs down and she goes and she starts drawing a gallon of ale. She goes, 2 silver pieces then.
Okay, here you go.
Okay, and she pops it down on the bar and wanders off.
That's it.
At this point, I'm going to come back down the stairs, having dropped my stuff off in the room, and so like scanning the room, trying to find out where they're sat.
Well, we spot check.
Yeah, and that one.
Yeah, you wander out and you cannot see where they are. So you go wandering around this pub, and it's not a particularly big pub, but you do at least 3 laps before you find them. And do you want to roll me a listen check while we're wandering around?
Okay, yeah. That's going to be a 20 all in.
Yeah. As you're wandering around trying to find these 2, you hear. He sounds like it's a man. It's a man's voice. You can't really pinpoint where it's coming from. But he says, "Cool. Do you see that redhead who came a couple of months back? That priest? Well, she was hot, wasn't she?" And that's all you hear.
Okay, yeah.
Out of the din, this just hits you as particularly odd sounding.
So I don't manage to find anybody. The other
Oh no,
2.
you find them after a couple of laps.
Oh, okay.
You just hear that while you're going around.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so I'll join them and sit down on the table.
On the table.
Well, at the table.
Blimey, Ogvar, you took the time.
I got a bit lost.
You got what?
A bit lost. I couldn't find you.
Yeah. Just sit down.
It's great, isn't it? Go through the wild with him and he finds everything. Can't find his lead in. Would you like a drink?
I was looking for your armour. I couldn't see it.
Oh, yes. That changed. Sorry.
So yeah, sit down.
Yeah, so I'm going to just enjoy me. I'm quite thirsty, so I'm going to drink the first one quite quickly, and then I'm going to go and pour myself another one out of the flagon of...
A gallon.
The gallon.
Gallon's £8.
Flagon, won't it? So just pour it out the flagon into my mug and go a bit slower with the second one. And then say, right, well, what say you get something to... We kind of need something to eat, don't we? I think we should have a decent meal, like a nice stew or something. What have they got? Go and see what they've got on offer, see what the barman... Anybody get her name, by the way? Nobody else?
No, sorry.
We should want out. Well, I didn't really get over talkative, did I? Just wanted the room first. Right, well, I'll go back up to the bar then, and let's see what's on offer. Do you guys want to come with me and see what we've got for dinner?
Yes.
By the looks of it, could be goat. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Right, I'm going to go to the bar and sort of wave to the lady behind the bar and go, oh, hello, I'm back again. Is it possible to get something to eat? What would you have on offer?
Of course, my love. We got goat.
Oh, funny that. Right, well, what sort of goat? I mean, I didn't get here that long ago. It wouldn't be Ogvar's goat, would it? Okay, what you got?
Oh, I've got goat steaks.
Goat steaks. Have you got anything else?
No.
Right, well, I'll have a goat steak then. Well, I guess that'll be 3.
Okay, that's three silver pieces then.
Okay. Well,
Sorry, 3 gold pieces. This is why you got ripped off.
Yeah, it's alright.
Right, so
Okay.
presumably that's served up with vegetables and things like that.
Oh yeah.
The chives on.
Right, I'll have a slap up goat steak dinner then. In that case,
Roll me a knowledge nature.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a 7.
They look like chives, but they could well be grass.
so what was it? A silver piece for each meal.
No,
A
gold.
gold piece for each
Gold
meal.
piece, yeah. We paying that each?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 each.
Yeah.
You got well and ripped off for that goat.
No, how much a goat's worth, do I?
Well, I didn't get that ripped off. At the end of the day, you didn't have it prior to that, did you? You did shoot it.
No, I got it back.
You sure? I was just going to say, was there an arrow tip in the steak?
No need to tip.
Right, so I'll take this meal back to a table,
Yeah.
and just sit down and have another mug of ale and with my dinner and
Yeah.
enjoy my goat steak. Very welcome meal after a few days.
Well, that was lovely. Yeah. Maybe we should have kept that goat. Yeah, well, never mind.
Yeah, well, I enjoy that. So I'm finished with my plate and whatnot. I'm guessing it's probably. Well, it's going to be dark outside by now, so I'm guessing, what was it, about 8 o'clock or something? By the time we
It's
finished
about 8,
dinner?
half 8, yeah.
Yeah. Right, so do you guys want to, where do we go from here? Let's go back to the task at hand. I mean, we've got, we've got the Onic bit on the paper and Drunau. Well, we've hit Drunau now. What the hell are we looking for?
Well, maybe we should possibly start, searching for any sign. I mean, she was quite a striking redhead lady. I wonder if anybody might have noticed her.
So, at that, hearing that, Ogvar pipes up, oh, I did overhear something about a lady with red hair from somewhere in the tavern. So I didn't hear exactly where it had come from. I don't say.
Oh, really? I mean, surely there can't be that many. But, do you know if she was connected with the church or just basically an attractive?
I just heard it in conversation. Someone nearby here was talking about something. So maybe we should.
Okay, well, that's maybe we should ask around.
I'm going to get up from the table at this point, having said nothing. I'm going to walk to the bar. Using the plates as an excuse, I'm going to put them on the bar and motion to the woman behind the bar. And say to her, I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
Oh, my name? I'm Kelsey.
Kelsey, right, okay, Kelsey, right, yeah, my name's Elora. We're here kind of travelling into the area, but I'm kind of looking for someone. But I don't know where to find her. And I just wondered there's a lot of bars and stuff. I just thought I'd ask in here and see whether you recognise description, because apparently she seems to be quite eye-catching.
No funny business though.
Oh no, there's no funny business.
Don't want no funny business around here.
There's no funny business. I don't know what you mean by funny business, but there's none of that. I'm just looking for someone who is maybe a striking redhead, you know, a red-headed lady.
I don't get out much, love. I'm always around here. But past couple of nights, that Graf over in the corner, that lad over there, he's been going on about some redhead. Don't know if that's what you're looking for, but I've got to get on with love.
All right then, Kelsey. Well, thanks for your time.
It's just gone.
Right. So I'm going to turn round, and I'm going to go over to the table that she's motioned to with, presumably a couple of blokes there.
Yeah, there's a couple of young lads. They all seem to be dressed in the town guard uniform. They're off duty. They're all very drunk.
Right. Well, I've got quite a high charisma.
Right.
So I'm going to go over and I'm going to pull up a free stool. If there isn't one at the table, I'm going to pull one up from nearby, and I'm just going to flick my cloak over it, sit down at the table and go, "G'day, how you doing, guys? My name's Elora. I'm new in town. Wondered whether you might be able to help me out with a little bit of a job that I'm doing. I'm looking for someone. Wondered whether you might know who it might be."
Right, make me a charisma roll.
That's the 21 in.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of rouse out of their drunken stupor as it is, and they kind of look at you, and one of them kind of face plants into the table because he's really drunk. The one just kind of grins at you and eyes you up, and they're not really forthcoming with anything.
Right, I'm going to lean forward and I'm going to grab the hair on the back of the one who's face planted in, and I'm going to lift his head up and I'm going to get quite close to him, and I'm going to say to him, "Hiya, sweet pea, how you doing? I'm looking for someone. I'm looking for a red-headed woman. Do you know anybody by that description?"
He doesn't respond because he's passed out.
I'm going to let go of him and let his head thunk back on the table. So, right, he's no good. What about you then? What have you got? What can you tell me? I'm looking for a red-headed woman. Someone told me that you know one.
He kind of squeaks in fear. He's mildly intimidated by you. And he springs up from the table and darts for the door.
Right, I'm following.
Okay.
And before he gets to the door, I've got my knife off my side and I've just got it into the small of his back and saying, "I wouldn't run if I were you."
Have you there? Say 50. No, you don't. He's out the door.
Do we see this?
Oh yeah, you see this.
Well, you all right?
Well, I'm going to just get up and go over. Well, because I take it you're sprinting across the bar, or?
Well, I kind of moved swiftly. I mean, he couldn't have sprinted that much. He was pissed, wasn't he? So I'm going to probably
Bumped into a
Yeah.
few things on the way out.
Yeah, I'll just kind of stand there, quietly slide the knife back into my belt, and kind of turn around and look at Ogvar and say, "Well, apparently they might have known something, but I couldn't get anything out of them."
Okay.
Well, I'm going to get up and go out the door to have a look. See if I can see anybody.
Well, this check.
+15 1, 16.
Yeah, you catch a glimpse as someone sprints or stumbles round as fast as they possibly can around a couple of corners. You just catch a glimpse of the uniformed town guard, which you've seen when you've been wandering around. But he's gone. You can't really say he was gone, to be honest.
Would I have seen the town guard uniform when he sprinted across the room on his
Roll
way
a
out?
spot check.
Okay. 12
That's a D12, you said.
Oh. We can try the right dice, shall we? 11.
Yeah, you might have caught a glimpse of. Yeah, you might have caught a glimpse of it.
Well, I would have seen it because I was
Yeah,
went after
you'd
him.
Enough to make reference to it, though.
Yeah, enough that you could say that it's probably the informed town guard.
Yeah, okay.
And I'd recognise his face because I'm just looking straight at it.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn. Who's left it? Is anybody left in? Just you and me. Right, I'm going to turn to Ogvar and say, "Right, well, I've got a good look at him. I can tell by his uniform he's town guard, so we should be able to track him down. Perhaps in the morning when he's a bit more sober.
Yes.
I suppose you got his name, did you?
No, I didn't get that far. It wasn't for a forthcoming. A bit too drunk, I think.
Okay.
Where's Cuin?
So I'm going to go back in. As I thought.
Oh, there you are. Where you been?
Oh, I went to see if I could see him, and all I saw was him disappearing around the corner. He seemed to be a town guard.
Yeah, got that. Yeah. And I recognise his face, so we can track him down tomorrow. Go and have a word with him when he's a bit more sober.
Yeah.
Maybe someone here knows his name.
Yeah, when I spoke to Kelsey at the bar, that's her name, she said his name is Grath. I'm assuming he's Grath, and his mate's someone else. But his mate's still at the table. He's the one he's asleep. Not going to get anything out of him.
Well, at the very least, we could, suspect he's a guard and we have a name.
I'll check. I'll go back over to the bar. So, excuse me, Kelsey. Can you just point out Grath for me?
She looks up from where she's kind of cleaning a dirty-looking glass with an even dirtier-looking rag, and she goes, "Oh, he's just where'd he go? Oh, he's gone."
Oh, that's okay. Thanks, Kelsey. That's fine. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks ever so much. And I'm going to turn around, walk back to Ogvar and say, yeah, that's not Grath. Grath's out the door.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. So, I suppose we might as well get some sleep. Good rest. We pushed hard today, so, good night's sleep should help. And you've got to recover from that bump on your head.
Yeah, time's ticking on. I'm going to do just that. So I'm going to then just make my way back up the rickety stairs to my room, and I'm going to does the window open?
Yeah, the window opens.
I'm going to open the window a touch, and I'm just going to let Rowan out.
Yeah.
Let him go for a fly around town. Go and get his meal for himself.
Yeah, he flies off and he's quite happy. Disappears off into the twilight, into the night.
I'm gonna go and get in bed, have an early night, because we had to put some pace on, look after me arm and everything.
Yep, perfect.
Yep, I'll turn in for the night as well, yeah, no problem. What time is it? Then we're going to bed?
9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's not an early night then.
Yeah. So I mean, look, it was 8:30 when she asked Kelsey, so it probably only happened.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
So, I guess I'm going to wake up early in the morning because I'm used to being a fairly early riser. I'll get up for about 6. I'm assuming it's going to start to get light at that point.
Yep.
I'm going to go over to the window and see if Rowan's come back, and if he's not come back, I'm going to put a bit of a squeaky whistle out there for him.
Yeah, he's hanging off the window eave.
Cool. I'm going to reach my hand around the window, lift the sash up or whatever it is, and then put my hand out, just unhitch him from where he's hung, and then hang him back on his little hanger inside my coat.
Right.
Okay.
Inside my cloak, sorry. And then I'll make my way down, see if there's anything on offer for breakfast.
As you make your way down, you pass the bathroom, which Kelsey said was there. And as you pass down, someone stumbles out of there and they've had a shower.
Oh.
They stumble past you, towel everywhere, and disappear off into a room down the hall. I'm just saying there is a bathroom there if you want it.
I'm going for breakfast first. Yep, I'm going down for breakfast.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up. I'm still gonna. Would we have to hand the key in first thing in the morning, or?
They hand the key in when you leave.
Okay, so I'm gonna go down in my normal clothes,
Mhm.
just my little dagger, and try and sort out some breakfast.
Right. Yep. When you get down, you can see there's the guy, the lad who was knocked out last night. He's disappeared off somewhere. He's either limped home or someone's dragged him home. And there aren't many people awake at this time in the morning. It's fairly empty. It still looks a little dirty from the night before, but there's a young boy who's cleaning up, sweeping up some bits around the tables and wiping off the tables.
No, I'm going to approach him and just say to him, "Excuse me, can I get some a bit of breakfast, just some bread and just bread and cheese would be good for me.
He nods at you, drops his broom, and just runs off into the back somewhere.
Well, I'm just going to park myself at a table and wait.
He appears a couple of minutes later with what appears to be a full breakfast.
A full breakfast?
Yeah, a full breakfast. I mean, there's a bit of sausage on there, some egg.
No good.
It's just a full breakfast.
Right, okay. Well, I'm going to take it.
At this point, I come down the stairs as well. Plonk myself down on the stool next door.
He looks at the two of you and he runs off and reappears with the same.
Oh, so that looks lovely. Thank you. How much is that?
He just shakes his head and walks off.
Well, seems a bit weird, but hey,
Okay.
maybe it's all in the price of the room.
Yeah, possibly. I'm going to eat my breakfast and enjoy that, and then I'm going to leave my stuff. I'm going to raise, and I'm going to go back up the rickety stairs. I'm going to go into the bathroom and go and get washed up, cleaned up, because I've been on the road for a few days and probably fairly smelly.
Yeah.
Give myself a bit of a clean up and give my clothes a bit of an air, and yeah. Then I'm going to go grab my backpack out of the room, and then I'm going to come down so I'm ready to actually do something for the day.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So nice.
So, do you reckon we'll stay here again tonight, or what? Because I mean, don't know whether to go and get cleaned and put my armour back on.
Well, I guess we've got to go do something. I mean, it might be a good idea to track down this Grath character and find out if he knows anything or anyone, or...
We could check at the barracks.
Yeah, well, I think that's going to be the place to start, isn't it? So I reckon...
Okay, well, give me half hour and I'll be back down.
Fine.
Yeah, so I'll do the same. I'll go back upstairs, get myself washed, dressed, changed, ready to go.
Yep. Right. Are you leaving your key? Are you dropping off your keys now?
Oh yeah, we've taken it. Are you dropping off your key? Because we know where this place is. It's central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know where we're going to be.
No, drop
Yeah.
the key off then, yeah.
So we'll drop the keys off.
Yeah, you pop your keys onto the counter. Little boy scurries over, grabs them and scurries off. And that's that.
Yeah, we're out of there then.
Yep.
Back out into the street.
Okay, you come out into the morning light onto the street and the first thing you hear is fish! 2 for 1 fish! Market's in full swing. You've got people selling fish, you've got people selling bits and bobs of meat. One thing you do notice, just simply by hearing these people calling out prices of meat are high around here. So you can immediately tell you know that you've been ripped off the entire go, if it wasn't already clear. But yeah, there's people selling trinkets, bits and bobs, but it is a full market. You've got stands and they've got striped canopies, various colour canopies. You've got someone who's selling what appears to be wool and they've actually knitted their canopy. It's quite an impressive piece of work, but odd. And yeah, it's just a riot of colour and a cacophony of sound. It's busy, and there are people rushing around from left to right. And there are a number of guards patrolling the area. This is obviously an area of high interest and whatnot. So yeah.
Right. I'm going to turn to Ogvar and Cuin and say, okay, well, is there anything you guys want for the market, or is there anything you want to do here? I mean, it's busy. It's a real hub, bit of a trading thing going. Always is by the docks though. Or do you just want to go and find this Grath and go and find out where he might be?
Well, I think that, we're still pretty well on rations, so immediately we haven't got to worry about that. But yeah, maybe we should start heading towards one of the 2 barracks. There's the main one or the one by the dock, but I'd probably start at the docks. Barracks.
Okay, we'll wander down to this. Yeah, I reckon that's the way. Let's take a wander down to the docks. That's an area that I have visited before, just a couple of times, although I don't know it well. So we'll wander down towards the docks and see what's going on down there.
Okay, so you wander down towards the docks and you kind of skirt along the edge of the marketplace down towards the docks. And you can see that the docks are kept clear of the public. There are a number of guards stood around just, checking people who are coming in with goods. They are actually, dock workers. The docks are fairly clean and orderly in themselves. There's, some cranes and heavy lifting, like rudimentary cranes. And there's one boat in at the moment, which seems to be offloading a load of fish and barrels. You can tell by the smell of it, because it absolutely reeks. There's some gulls hanging around, and there's not much really down by the docks.
Can I approach one of the guards?
Yeah.
And just sort of, just say, well, hi, we're new in town, and I'm actually in town looking for someone, and I wondered whether or not you'd be able to point me in the right direction, because I don't know where I'm going. I'm looking for a guy called Garth, who does work as a town guard. So he's somewhere in barracks, but do you know of him?
Garth? You mean Grath?
Grath, that's the bun, yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, little weasel. Don't know where he is.
Why is he a weasel?
He's a little weasel. He's small. Look at him. Small.
Well, would you know where I could find him? Or, can you point me... Do you know... Because there's several barracks here. There's either end of the city, and... any idea what...
Yeah. He belongs to the South Barracks, he does.
Oh, right.
But don't know if you find him. He's had a history of being, gets a bit on the...
Oh, okay. Well... Okay, thanks very much for your help, your information. I'll head back down the other end of the city then.
See you, Missy.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, walk back. I say to Cuin and Ogvar. Well, apparently he's down at the South Barracks, other end of town, other end of city. Apparently he's got a history of being late to work. He doesn't know exactly where we can find him, but other barracks.
Yeah, that's fine. We better start heading towards the South Gate.
Yeah. Well, it took us about half an hour.
It's a 15-minute walk from the South Barracks down to the marketplace.
Okay,
At a clip, because you were moving fast.
Yeah, okay, so...
You've got to fight the clouds now, because it's quite clouded.
Yeah, so we can take half hour or so.
Well, let's wander back up, have a look at some of the stalls and stuff and see what's going on, and just generally wander back up, and it looks pretty busy, so...
Okay, yeah, so that's perfectly fine. And onward.
So we'll wander back from the docks up through the marketplace, and then we'll wander across over to what would be the South Barracks.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So obviously keeping an eye out for Grath.
Yeah, okay, you can all make me... as you're specifically looking for Grath, how many of you saw his face?
Me, definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely did.
Okay, you two, Cuin and Ogvar, make me wisdom checks.
And just a straight wisdom.
Yep.
That would be a 7. All in.
That's an 8 all in.
So yeah, you don't really remember much about his face, but you know that he's wearing guard's uniform.
So lost in the crowd, really.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Right, it's the only one you can really spot him would be you, Elora, unless you decide you're going to describe what he looks like.
We'd know he was quite short from seeing him, though, wouldn't we?
Little weasel, yeah.
I don't know what he looked like, so I can't describe that.
Like a little weasel.
Right, okay. Well, there's probably a lot look like that. Well,
Yeah, he's got a small. He was quite short, slight build, dark hair, narrow face, beady eyes.
right, well, as we're walking back up through the marketplace, I'm guessing... He was dark-haired, he was quite short, weaselly looking, kind of slightly built. He'll have a town guard's outfit on, presumably, if he's at work, which the guy seemed to indicate he would be at work, so... would be late to work, so you would think he'd be in a uniform. It's a normal working day by the looks of it. So if you see anybody that kind of might fit that bill, it might be worth mentioning it, but on the way, short of that, I reckon we should just ask at the barracks.
Press straight on
Yeah,
to it,
yes. Yeah, so might as well ask, see. There's bound to be some superiors there who will know him, so I suppose we can guard captain or sergeant or whatever at the barracks.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine. Right, so we wander up. I'm going to do a spot check as I go,
Yeah.
See if I can see anybody, well, see if I can recognise him from anywhere. That's a 10 all in.
No, you don't see him in the crowds. But it is quite crowded today.
Right, okay. Make our way up to the barracks then.
Okay.
When we get to the barracks, I'm going to see if I can find somebody, a guard outside the barracks, and approach him and...
Yeah, the southern barracks is set up in a similar way to the northern barracks, but it's just a lot smaller, a little more dingy looking. And as you wander up to the barracks, there's a single guard just sat at the table, having his breakfast by the looks of it.
Yeah, I'm going to just sort of slide round to the side, stay out of sight, not looking too imposing. Don't all three of us going in there looking
If
like
you're hiding.
not hiding. No, I'm just waiting outside. I'm not going to walk.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm not going to go up to the table where it look like there's a mob.
Right, okay.
So I'm just staying outside.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, well, do you want me to go in and ask, or do you? Because I don't exactly know what he looked like, but I know his name, so I can go in.
Yeah, fine. I'll say,
Okay.
Cuin, you go. You've got your nice shiny armour and stuff on.
Yes,
you
I-
go
you
and
know.
do it. Man to man.
Intimate. Oh, okay. Right. Excuse me. I wonder if you could help me. I'm looking for little fellow named Grath.
He's shoving it. It looks like porridge. He's shoving it into his mouth, and he pauses, and you get that kind of wet splat as the porridge falls off the spoon back into the bowl. He goes, "Oh, what's he done this time?"
Nothing really. I'm just looking for somebody, and apparently he may have seen her. We just tried to talk to him last night, but he was just so drunk and bolted. And
Did he at least pay his tab? Please tell me he paid his tab. I don't want to pick that up again.
I'm afraid he bolted. So unless he, nothing was mentioned, but he sort of did a runner and left his friend at the table. So maybe he paid the bill. I don't know. There was nothing mentioned about a bill, but
Oh, if he's in late, that'd be Stu. Stu's probably out already. Oh, he's in his dorm. I'll go grab him. And he stands up from his table, and he wanders over to this door, and he opens the door, and you hear a bit of clattering, a bit of smashing, and he reappears, and he's got a boot in his hand. And he walks over out the door, and he's just dragging Grath behind him. And he kind of stands before you, and he goes, "Here you are." Gives you his foot.
okay. Wonderful. I only wanted to ask some questions, but thank you. Is he compos mentis, shall we say? Is he awake, or have you just knocked him out?
He stands up, he looks at him, he kicks him over, and he goes, "Oh, give him 15 minutes, he might wake up."
Okay, brilliant.
I'm going to step forward at this minute.
Oh, Jesus. Don't do that.
Oh,
He's getting
sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I'm after this chap. He's got some information that I want. Just bear with me a minute. I'm going to go into my backpack, whip out my water skin, and I'm just going to tip water all over his face. Give him a bit of slap round the face. Say, "Come on, wake up, Grath. I need to speak to you. Come on, wake up." Yeah, quicker than that. Right, sit up. So I'm going to prop him up. Get Cuin, prop him up.
Okay, fine. Yes, yes. Yeah, and I said, all right. Excuse me, do you mind if I use these on him? Got me manacles. And I'm
Straight for it.
And I'm gonna.
This poor town guard has been disturbed from his breakfast, dragged one of his subordinates out of bed, hoping to God that he's picked up his tab and hasn't caused any more trouble. Hands him over, and he's now staring at you blank-eyed as you wave a pair of manacles.
Yes, I was just thinking that last night he did do a runner, and
He looks at you and goes, "Tell you what, I'm going to go back inside to bed and pretend this is a dream.
okay.
Do what you want, just don't kill him.
Okay,
Don't maim
so
him, don't
I'm
harm him."
going to manacle his feet together, so he can't do a runner.
Okay. You manacle his feet together. So you go, "Woo! What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Ah!
Can I just pop my head round the corner at this point, hearing all this going on, and see what's...
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you found him?
Yeah, we found him. He's not in much better state than he was, but, give him a bit of a slap round the face, he'd be fine.
Okay, so I'm going to move my way from round the corner now and just sort of lean against the door frame, so half in, half out, so I can see what's going on outside as well as in.
Excuse me, young sir. Graf,
Yeah. What do you want? What do you want?
we heard you might help us. Don't worry, there's nothing untoward happening. But we're looking for somebody.
Don't know anyone. Don't know him. Don't know him.
You seem to understand more last night while asked, and you bolted. Maybe, are you telling me fibs?
Oh, Christ, no. No, I swear, I'm not saying fibs. No, don't know anyone. I'm no snitch.
Redhead. Female. You know of one?
I can't say I do. No, don't know anyone.
That's not what I've been told. Come on, spill. Who is she? Where can we find her?
Are you trying to intimidate him? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'll try and
Roll
intimidate
for
him.
intimidation,
Yeah.
then.
Intimidate. Oh, very good, yeah. Please. That'll be a 14.
Right, okay, he goes...
You'll have to speak up. I can't hear you, Grath.
There was a redhead.
There was a what?
There was a redhead.
Right, there was a redhead. When? Where?
A couple of months ago.
Right, where was she?
She came to the city. She came. I don't know why. She came to the city and she was pretty. She had red hair.
Right. Do you know her name?
No.
You didn't ask her name.
No.
Where did she stay?
I don't know. I don't know where she stayed. Didn't follow her. I'm not a creep. Not a creep. Promise I'm not a creep.
Where can I find her?
I don't know. She left. She went. She only stayed a couple of days.
Oh, did you stay in the towards a church or an affluent area or more down here?
How do you know she stayed towards church? How do you know that?
Well, you know, she
Well, she was a priest, but
well,
Cathar,
obviously priest.
Oh, she was Cathar.
yeah.
Right, what else do you know about her? You must know something else about it. Did you speak to her? You must have spoken to her.
No, I don't speak to her.
Well, how do you know she was Cathar?
Wearing the robes, you idiot.
Right, okay. Is there anything else? Was she with anyone?
No, she went with everyone.
She went what?
I wasn't following her. Promise I wasn't following her. Wasn't following her. Not weird, not a creep. She did go into a shop though.
Where did she go when you didn't follow her?
She go to the spine mine.
The what?
The spine mine.
The spine mine.
Spine mine. Yeah, spine mine.
What's the spine mine?
A bookshop, isn't it?
Oh, right, okay. She went to the bookshop. Okay. And what did she do when she was in there?
I don't know. I didn't follow her in.
Where did she go when she left?
She went back to church, I think.
Is there anything else that you're not telling me that I need to know? Because if there is, if I find out you've missed something out, I'm coming back for you.
Roll another intimidation.
Oh, that'll be a 22.
Was it a nap?
No, the 19 plus a 3.
Promise. There's nothing I know. Nothing I know.
And one more thing.
Ooh.
Go back to see Kelsey and pay your bill.
Yes,
Because you
Mum.
ran off last night.
Yes, Mum.
Go now.
Can I get these off my feet first?
You'll have to ask Mr. Cuin over there.
But please, you're wearing your armour, yeah?
Yeah.
But please, Mr. Paladin, sir, please take these off my feet.
Elora, have you got enough
I'm
information?
going to cock my head on one side and just say to him, I don't think there's anything else that he's going to tell us.
What, young sir? Getting drunk and disorderly is not really the best thing. Trust me, I know. I will take these manacles off you. Now remember, you said that you would go and pay your bill. Otherwise, I will find you and put them on again. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll take the manacles off.
And he literally scarps all four limbs just straight on the dirt, just vroom, he's gone.
See why they call him Wheel. He was off like a shot.
So I'm going to fold my arms and I'm going to turn around and say to Ogvar, we now know where she went. That's assuming it was the same woman, but let's face it. Well, I don't know. What do you reckon? You've got more... Do you know more than we do? I don't know. I only know what you've told me.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, she attractive. Let's put the pieces together. Fairly attractive woman. redhead. Kafar works for the church, obviously. And the thing that gets me is the bookshop. Maybe we should have a look for the bookshop.
Well, obviously that's going to be the next place. If she was visiting the bookshop, we've got to follow the trail. We haven't got anything else. That's what we came for, information.
And if nothing else, the guard said that she had visited the church. So maybe after that, try the church.
Yeah, I think we'll go to the bookshop first and find out what she was doing there.
Okay, so
We got 2 leads to follow now, haven't we?
So, Cuin shares quest information while Elora encountered a shifty figure who deftly made off like a ferret up a drain pipe, despite his drunken stupor. After a peaceful night's rest, they set off in search of Elora's elusive target. The plucky paladin gave Grath a grilling and sent him on his way.
Hi, it's Elora here. If you think that you can help support the creation of our podcasts and get yourself a mention, you can now donate Rowan an ale and myself some rations via the link in the episode bios or through our website homepage. Thanks ever so much, it'd be really appreciated. Good day.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Having you as a listener means everything to us. So, whichever streaming service you choose to listen to us with, please give us a like, subscribe and follow. We would love for you to join us on our Facebook or Twitter page, where you can catch up with all of our latest news. While you're waiting for the next episode of Secrets of the Silver City, why not pop over to our website, where you can read all of the information about this campaign, from backstories to setting. All of the links are in the bio of this episode. Join us again next week for the next instalment. Thank you for listening.